I went to the thrift store for one thing, and this is what I got instead. And guess what I did not get? The one thing. So here we go. All right, so I'm not gonna leave that bag on my station because that will be annoying. And actually, I think I've used some of these shirts in a previous video, the what kind of fabric to use video. So there's this wine Twill 100% cotton shirt. And I have to tell you, if you wonder as a video viewer, if your comments have any impact on me, they do. Because someone said in a comment, probably in an offhanded manner, like, I see a fall quilt in your future. And because of the ugly brown shirt that I bought in thrift store haul video number 1. And so now, of course, where is my head? It's in fall quilts. So I think this would make a beautiful addition to a fall quilt. And as one viewer said, that in their family they say, and now I'm going to hang this neatly on the floor. So that's what I'm going to be doing. Dropping these shirts straight on the floor, and I will now think of that person every time I do this. In the first thrift store haul video, I talked about how my stash does not have a lot of brown. Gosh, this video is the thrift store haul video about the thrift store haul and viewer comments. So if you're one of these viewers, love you guys. But we found this brown shirt. It's very, very soft. And I had that, and my oldest daughter said, just get it. So she did that a lot, this thrift store haul, and it's very evident. Just get it. So fall quilt, binding, don't know. All right, I have talked excessively, and I'm going to continue to talk excessively about denim and flower shirts. This guy in my hometown, I probably have 4 shirts that I bought at this America's thrift store. He's not a big guy. He's a medium. Actually, he's a Euro M, USA M, and Mexico 40, according to this tag. But I love the details on this shirt. These shirts so much. Denim and Flower by Ricky Singh. And he puts these gorgeous fabrics in the yoke and along the edge of the button placket and also in the cuffs. So I just buy them. And I promise you, I mean, I wouldn't buy it if it was $100, but if it's like $6 or $7, which is still kind of a lot for a thrift store shirt, I just buy it. And then I started saving all these cuffs and yokes. So that, and it's also very soft, and it's a beautiful pattern. It actually looks like a little mini orange peel, which is, if you're not a quilter, an orange peel is a, is it a quilt? I guess it's a quilting style, but also you can cut the pieces and it's like maybe we'll revisit that later. But if you can see up close, if we can get a close enough shot, it's a circle made of ovals that creates a diamond in the center, and that's orange peel. This is the golden yellow. And this is so wrinkled because I literally have had it stuffed in a bag waiting for this video. This is the cotton twill that's very soft. If you watched that video recently and I said the thing about the man going on a date, this is the shirt. The other day, I was kind of putting fabric away, and I pulled this fabric out of my stash. This is a quilting cotton that I bought somewhere, I think at Zigzag Sewing Studio, and it almost perfectly matches. And I actually think this yellow and the white with the yellow floral pattern would make a beautiful yellow mock gingham like that quilt behind me. So the yellow is the solid and dark, and then the white yellow floral pattern would be the medium value, and then I would use white for the other. So it would be like a yellow, like make your own yellow gingham. I have a thing for gingham. You may have remembered this if you've seen any of my other videos. It's kind of a thing. All right, so that's that. Next up is what color is this? Raspberry? I think this is raspberry. It is actually a short sleeve shirt, which I don't usually buy a lot of because the long sleeve shirts actually have so much fabric in them, whereas the short sleeve shirts don't. It's hard to find good, solid reds. So everything in the red family, tomato, vermilion, raspberry, a true cherry, all of those are actually hard to find. A lot of times you'll have a quilting cotton that has a really pretty, like this color, but then finding a solid to match is really tricky. Actually, this thrift store haul is very solid, heavy. And I think it's because I've started to realize I need more solids in my stash to work with the pattern shirts that I've already bought. So that's that. Moving right along. We talked about low volume in one of my previous videos, and I will probably continue to do so. The eldest hated this shirt, actually, and tried to talk me out. Because it has these weird pineapples on it. And it's just white with black little, almost like line art. Also short sleeve. But I bought it because there are a lot of times where you need that white with a black pattern or white with a gray pattern. I actually thought if all else fails and I don't use it and I end up doing a giveaway and there's somebody out there that does that pineapple quilting pattern, I think this would be very funny, tongue-in-cheek, to use pineapple pattern in your pineapple quilt pattern. Which actually brings me to a thought. A lot of people have asked to see patterns that I'm making or quilts that I've made, and I'm happy to do that. What you will find is I actually like really simple quilt patterns. I don't do very small or, well, with the exception of that one, I don't do that was postage stamp. Oh, by the way, I don't do small. Lies. I think they're beautiful and I love to look at other people's work, but as a full-time worker and mom and wife and now person who makes YouTube videos, I don't have a lot of time. And so I want my time at the sewing machine to be really enjoyable. You can use a simple pattern and it be really beautiful if you make good fabric choices and good design choices. So anyway, a lot of the quilts that I make are not terribly complicated or difficult from a beginner, advanced, beginner, intermediate. I don't do the advanced a lot. It's just not worth it to me. I now have a thing for purple shirts. I had no purple in my stash. I think I mentioned that I bought a grab bag of fabric from a quilt store called Crimson Tate. I love them to try to stretch myself. And so now I'm in the process of doing this really vibrant quilt. And so I just thought this was an interesting purple. It's kind of almost periwinkle, but it's that middle range of purple. So it's not the really dark or vibrant royal purple, but it's also not lavender. And it's just pretty and appealed to me. So I got it, even though, again, you can tell what was in the thrift store that day. It's summer, so there are short sleeve shirts. So quite a few of these are short sleeve, even though I typically try to buy a long sleeve. So don't really have a plan for this one. I guess we'll just wait and see. Next, and I use this in the video for what kind of fabric to get. It's like cross stitch. And so it's another low volume. This one is long sleeve. It is 100% cotton. And I just kind of fell in love with the pattern, which is what I do a lot when I go to the thrift store. I see something and I think, oh, that's so interesting. And 100% this is a shirt that I would never be able to find this fabric anywhere else. And I've learned another universal truth about the thrift store. If you don't get it, you probably won't see it again. So if you think to yourself, I don't know, maybe I'll come back tomorrow, or no, it's going to be gone. And this is one of those. So I got it. And of course, the eldest talked me straight into it. I just knew if I walked away from it that I would regret it. So I bought it. This is actually another example. And I don't know if you saw me brush that. There's a stain on the back. And I think I saw that when I bought it. A lot of times, y'all, Oh, I've been trying not to say y'all and it just slipped out. You'd be surprised at the number of times that you bring them home and they just wash out. It's like, who are these people that get something on their shirt and donate it to the thrift store? Like, they don't wash their clothes, they just wear it one time. I don't know. But this one has a stain. It probably will come out with soaking. But if not, it's just on the yoke. I'm really bad to put my left hand right in the way of what I'm showing you for that close-up shot. But it's not in the bulk of the shirt. So I just got that one too, because I will use linen 1,000 ways. So that's that, even with a spot on it. I'm going to tell you, I think I regret buying this one. Now that it has been in this bag for however long. It's an interesting pattern. It has flowers and almost like hearts. I think that's supposed to be petals, but it looks really like hearts to me. And it's kind of a burnt orange brick color. It's got these little blue flowers. And so it's very interesting. And I had a moment in the store where I was like, oh, and it's soft, of course, it has to be soft. I was back and forth with it. And again, the oldest, she's like, just get it. It's in the color family that she likes. Also, P.S., Denim and Flower. Ricky Singh shirt. And look at that inside, that kind of black and white. But it's in a color palette that she likes, so she may have actually been conspiring because she too has started having an interest in quilting. And so sometimes I end up with things in my thrift store haul that probably are not actually for me. But, can you blame her? I don't. All right. And then this shirt is kind of a terracotta. It's an Oxford cloth shirt, which I really like too. I don't like cutting them because it seems like they fray really easily, but I like the end result. And actually this shirt and this shirt, even though they're not exact, they might work well from a complementary standpoint. This shirt, it's a Denim and Flower shirt. This is the thrift store haul today. Solids, Denim and Flower, Ricky Singh, and maybe I shouldn't have bought the shirt. But this shirt is navy. It's very soft. It is short sleeve. Again, it has the interesting yoke with the cool collar. If it had cuffs, this pattern, this fabric would probably be in the cuffs. I think I'm probably going to use this as binding, actually, if I can get enough out of it. It's not a very big shirt, but again, I just love that Denim and Flower. So I'll probably cut binding from this, just straight strips all the way down, front and back. Once I get the pocket off, I'll get a lot out of it. And since the quilt that I'm now in the process of making and going to be making another one with our first quilt series, this will actually probably be a beautiful binding for the quilt that's directly behind me. So we'll see. We thought this day that we went to the thrift store, that there was half off yellow tags and 30% off gray tags, I think. And we got to the register and realized it wasn't yellow tags, it was orange tags. And so we put a lot of shirts back, actually, because we thought we were getting a huge bargain, and some of them were not the bargain that we thought. But this shirt is a really, really great quality. It's a Land's End shirt. It's 100% cotton. And it is I think they had it marked under XXL, maybe XXL. But it is very, very big. And it is in very, very good shape. It may not have ever even been worn because it actually still has the fold creases in it. And so if you look at just the back, how much fabric is there? And I did know that I was going to be starting this How to Make Your First Quilt series, and that I was going to need a lot of 5x5 inch white men's shirt blocks. So I spent a little bit more money knowing that probably there's a yard and a half of fabric in this shirt. So sometimes I do that, and I don't have a lot of regrets, I'm gonna be honest with you. We'll see how they shake out in real projects. If you like to see what I'm working on, just as a reminder, follow me on Instagram or Facebook. A lot of you have sent me pictures of things you're working on because of watching me go to the thrift store and bring back a bunch of shirts. I love that. I think that's so great. I think we inspire each other. Your comments give me great ideas and propel me on forward in making more of these videos. And many of you have said that it has given you a lot of inspiration or joy or happiness or made you laugh, which always makes me feel good. And I feel like that's what we need right now in life. So yes, it's a thrift store haul. Yes, I probably spent too much money on shirts today or when I bought those, but it's worth it to me. And so I just appreciate you being here. Thanks for watching. This is the Catbird Quilts, and I'm Kathy Martin.